What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of
TOASTY!
I'm your host, Josh Berry.
I'm the other host, Chris Pico.
And our special guest today is...
Jeremiah Wolfe.
That's him, Jeremiah Wolfe. We did it. Introduced.
I've made it.
Everyone's introduced. So we've got a pretty interesting episode today. We're going to do...
Everything comic book.
Yeah, all comic. Comic Nation, Comic Apocalypse. I'm working on it.
I have no idea.
I'm working on it. We're going to go with it.
I don't know why I agreed to do this show.
Yeah. Because it's Monday.
Oh, yeah.
And everything else to do.
Those pictures will find their way out, Jeremiah. They'll find their way out.
Sons of bitches.
Getting paid. Getting paid.
And booze.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Who wants a PBR?
We pay with papers.
I thought you said I wasn't getting it until after the show.
Bribes. Bribes with piss water. There you go.
We're turning PBR into Bitcoin.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, yeah, that's what this episode's going to be about.
And then we talked about this in the previous episode on the 27th. I'm sure the date will change because each one of these movies, when they have come out, the date has fluctuated back and forth. Transformers: Age of Extinction. I'm gonna give it a toasty.
I'm toasting it. Didn't really enjoyed the first one. Didn't really. I've seen, but didn't really watch the second. Haven't seen the third one at all. But yeah, because I want to see this one, so I have to go back and watch the third one. But basically, the only reason why the big reason I want to see this is Grimlock.
Yes.
That's not been confirmed, but there's no fucking way that that's not Grimlock.
That's Grimlock.
And I mean, the scene with Optimus Prime on the back of Grimlock with the flaming sword, and just it made me feel safe. You know, like I felt like everything
back to a happy time.
Yeah, everything's gonna be all right. So yeah.
There's
looks
no
really
such
awesome.
thing as global warming because Optimus Prime is riding Grimlock with a sword.
Exactly.
He will kill global warming in its face.
Stab it right in the forehead. It's warming forehead.
Oh. July 11th is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I really liked the Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I hated the Marky Mark one.
Right.
And I was not expecting this one to be any better, but that really surprised the hell out of me. So actually, and the trailers are making this look really, really interesting, even though they're not really giving anything away. But I like where it's going, and I'm going to give it a toasty because I'm kind of excited about it.
The last one, I mean, I'm a sucker for James Franco. I like James Franco, and I thought it did a pretty good job in it. But the apes themselves,
the effects,
and the faces it was. And I thought the story, like the breakdown of it all and how it's all.
I like that they showed where the disease that wipes out mankind came from, which is what this one is mainly about.
If it's anything like the first one, just moving forward now with the story, that should be pretty good. I'm going to toast it.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to toast the hell out of that.
Give it a toast. Okay,
and then on the 18th is the new Wachowskis movie, Jupiter Ascending, which has your favorite person in it, Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
And Mila Kunis. And I saw a trailer for it, and it looks awesome. Most of it was shot in Chicago, by the way. The way I felt when I saw the trailer for the original Matrix, that's what I got from this. It looks like they're creating a cool world now.
Okay.
It looks interesting. It looks fun.
Yeah.
It looks pretty badass to me. So I'm gonna give that a toasty.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not gonna give it anything right now.
He's giving it a pass.
I'll wait.
And then on the 25th of July, you have Hercules with The Rock.
The Rock.
Not the one that came out in July with the guy from the Twilight movies.
Yeah.
Which looked awful. I haven't seen anything. I haven't even seen a poster for Hercules yet, other than these pictures that he was posting on Twitter. So for now, I'm just going to pass on it because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. I mean, I give Dwayne Rock Johnson a toasty.
Yeah, he's cool. On August 1st, we have Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm just gonna say toasty. Yeah, that looks awesome.
I'm gonna toasty it, and I haven't even seen a trailer because
you haven't seen the trailer.
I don't want to. It's another one of those movies that I
need to see it. They don't give anything away in the trailer. They don't even show you the villains are.
Really?
It's just they're just trying to show you that it's going to be funny.
From the stills that I saw, I'm sold, and that's why I haven't seen the trailer. It's a movie I'd rather just go in and just watch without really knowing much about it.
And then on August 8th, you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Megan Fox playing April O'Neil. August 15th is The Expendables 3. My thinking, I'm sure you're of a different mind than me, but my thinking when it comes to Expendables 3 is fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah.
Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be fooled a third time.
Yeah.
Because I hated those two movies.
Yeah. I enjoyed them. I loved them. So, I'll watch it. I went to the theater for the first two.
So did I.
So, this one, I probably won't go to theater this time unless I catch a matinee or something like that. But this will definitely be Netflix on the couch with a couple beers and watch it. But yeah, I enjoyed them. I don't think they need to make any more after this. I don't think they need to make any more after the first one. Second one was cool. I liked how they added the wolf is what he went under too. Chuck. I thought that was kind of goofy. The third one, yeah, I'm not gonna rush out and see it like I did the first two, but I enjoy them. I'll toast them for what they are. They are.
Sad thing is, I'm probably gonna see it in the theater. And then on August 22nd, Sin City: A Dame to Kill For. That's all I need to say right there.
About fucking time.
In honor of Captain America: The Winter Soldier, I thought it would be nice to kind of show some titles and trades that can kind of get people who maybe are not familiar with that character a little bit more insight on him. So here I brought a few comics with me here that kind of have like some essential stories with him. Most people have probably already done a little bit of research, on who the Winter Soldier is. So spoiler alert to anybody who didn't see the movie yet, because we are probably going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to give a little which spoiler alert to this guy too.
Aww, Josh hasn't seen it yet.
Okay.
I have.
You're gonna go earmuffs.
I've seen it.
Are you gonna
earmuffs?
Are you giving us are you Steve Brewing us right now?
No, I've seen it. Whatever. It's just
I don't care.
it shows in my heart. Anytime I don't have to go to the theater, it just shows in my heart. No, I know. I actually, when we went and saw the first one, my biggest hope was that they were going to use Bucky.
Yeah.
And I know that they do.
Yeah.
The trailers have shown me that, so I'm already satisfied.
But there's twists in it that you probably won't see coming.
Oh, I didn't know. Like Shyamalan's?
Shyamalan.
What's the twist?
Twist!
But anywho, as I was saying,
That's
for
Jeremiah saying "fuck you" right there. Shut the fuck up. He goes,
Go ahead.
I got the mic right now, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Go ahead.
but
Spoil, I don't care. I'm going to see it anyways. Seriously,
Okay.
it's all about the story.
I'm a doctor too, you dummy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Science.
But anywho, as I was saying, for those of you who kind of maybe saw the movie or want to get a little bit more insight into who the Winter Soldier is, I've kind of compiled a list of comics that you may want to check out. Now, unfortunately, what I don't have are the issues in which he was introduced, which are from Captain America Volume 5, Issue 1. I believe it's 1 through 6, and that is the story called Out of Time, and that begins Brubaker's launch of the story. And Ed Brubaker is kind of he's basically the guy who made Captain America popular. He's the reason why Captain America got popular enough to be a movie. Without his storyline, it would probably just no one would give a shit about Captain America. We would still have Max Salinger parading around as Captain America. But in that, we were introduced to the Winter Soldier as this mercenary this mysterious mercenary who's been around for like 50 years or so, and by the end of Out of Time, it moves on to the next story arc, which is Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and this one, in that one, it's finally revealed that he's Bucky, and by the end, I believe, he finally realizes that he was brainwashed, realized everything that he was doing was wrong, and he kind of has to live with the guilt of doing that, and it's kind of like a road to redemption story for any title that the Winter Soldier or Bucky Barnes is in after that. There's a brief period where Captain America died. It was a few years ago, and so someone needed to take up the mantle, and that someone was Bucky Barnes. And that happened with issue 34. And in this is the first time you actually see him as Captain America. It's an interesting storyline because he's not like Steve. You have to keep in mind, Bucky's not Steve Rogers. He doesn't have the super soldier serum in him. The only advantage he really has is he has the bionic arm, and just he's skilled. He has the skills.
He's got assassin skills.
Exactly, and so they really play that up.
Moxie.
Yes. Oh yeah. And then there are some other ones too that are really good with him, involving other characters in the Marvel universe, and one of them is the Wolverine Origins and Ending storyline. Now this one is really good in that you find out just how big a role he played in Wolverine, in Wolverine's life, and it kind of shows that that he was in fact the guy who turns Logan loose, like whenever he's being experimented on during Weapon X. He's the one who breaks into the lab and kills the security, and then activates Logan. So
sets the beast free.
Exactly. Another good one, if you want to learn kind of like the origin of James Buchanan Barnes, is Captain America Bucky, and this was actually a series that came out of the original Captain America comic book, and it actually starts with Captain America 620, and it ran till they relaunched it, and the first story arc is basically just sort of Bucky's origin. It kind of shows where he came from. You find out that he kind of had like an Audie Murphy sort of backstory where both his parents end up dying, and he has the younger sister, and he's too young to take care of her, so they have to he has to enlist in the army, and then that's when he because he's sort of like a this sort of scrappy punk guy. That's when they're like, all right, well, you fit the profile of the person we need to be working with Captain America, and like I said, doing all the Black Ops stuff. So. Like I said, Winter Soldier is a really interesting character, and he's a newer one. He's not really. Bucky Barnes was created in the 40s, but yeah. But at the same time, the idea of the Winter Soldier is relatively new. It's probably less than roughly 10 or less than 10 years.
So it came out in the 2000s.
Yeah, it was. With Brubaker's run, like Volume 5, which was, I believe, 2005 or 6, somewhere in there. So I didn't realize it's a character. The Winter Soldier idea is less than 10 years old. So I mean, it's
I had no idea. I thought that he'd been around for a while. If they're making a movie about him, I figured it'd be some sort of like a legacy character they'd want to throw in.
Well, I mean, like I said, Bucky himself,
Bucky's been around since the beginning,
which and it's really kind of sad because you look at a lot of those old. I mean, he basically in those old comic books. No offense to Jack Kirby and Joe Simon, those guys were legends in their own right. But when you look at a lot of like those, it was just kind of like that whole campy, G. Willikers Cap, he was
like Robin.
Exactly.
Robin.
I have to say, like, out of all the Marvel movies I've seen, this is the one that had the most complex plot. And which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, go see it. Me and him have already seen it twice. So yeah, and by the way, still number 1 2 weeks in a row. So
at this point in time, by the time you see this,
it may not be.
What was number 2?
Rio, I think.
Rio 2, yeah. It was a
Rio
pretty
2, yeah.
decent margin for a movie that had already been out for a whole week.
Yeah. Oh, and Rio overtook it for Rio 2 overtook it for like I think the first day.
Like on Friday?
On Friday, and then
the weekend everyone was just kind of like, yo, fuck that bird!
Yeah. That bird owes me money!
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have just made a Brian Fellows story.
That bird is a liar.
Alright, so it's time for the wrap up.
What the hell was that?
That's what we do, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's what
Sorry.
we do.
You could have told me. I would have.
That's what we
done
do, though.
something.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. You gotta watch it.
Toasty
Hard
style.
helmet. It's hard helmet.
The
Toasty style, bitch.
The moment's gone now, so.
This was our
Yeah, I went there.
our comic book comic spectacular
Yeah.
episode thing where we covered a lot of different things comic book based. So yeah, then hopefully you liked our show. Please like our Facebook page, subscribe to the channel Toasty, keep watching. So yeah, if there is anything that you want us to talk about, movies, video games, you want us to try out and talk about, please feel free to let us know in the section below. Kind of rhymed, right?
The poem didn't know it.
Let us know in the section below. I just wrote that.
No.
Right there?
Magic.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's-
You don't see it?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Comments. Yeah.
Oh, the tail is flapping. I don't think she likes you anymore.
Still's in kill mode.
America.
Should be really good. Should be really good. It's taken them long enough. It should be fucking really good.
Got a cigarette.
Was it that good?